this section, we want to talk about vendor due diligence that is based on inherent risks. And we are taking the business impact risks and critical vendors to talk about it. What do we mean by the vendor due diligence based on the inherent risks? Now, when we say inherent, we are saying that we have conducted our IRQ or the inherent risk questionnaire. We have sent it to the business. They have responded to us. Now, when they respond to us, they give us an idea that, hey, maybe the system is going to process PI. If the system goes down for 24 hours, this is what is going to affect our system, our engagement. So we are saying that the business impact risks and the critical vendors is what we want to look at under the inherent risk. Now, when we talk about the business impact, we are saying that what are the mitigation control areas and what are the due diligence items? These two are not the same. The mitigation control areas is going to specify or is going to talk more about which areas within this risk that we need to be able to focus on. The due diligence items is telling us that these are the non-negotiable items that we need from our vendors. And so over here, you see that when it talks about business impact risk and critical vendors, it should, under the mitigating control areas, it's talking about making sure there's business continuity, disaster recovery, human resource. And the human resource saying that you need to be able to do a background investigation. Do you conduct background investigation of your employees? Are you training them on compliance, privacy, and InfoSec? Is there performance monitoring? Is there an audit and assurance that goes on? Is there any risk management strategy that you have in your environment? Or is it a vendor risk management program? Now, the due diligence item under the impact risk and vendors, you need to know their contingency plan, their business continuity plan, disaster recovery, their SOC 2, Type 2 reports, and the list of critical vendors in that space. Now, if the vendor is going to host or store sensitive information, you need to know, do they have an information security policy in place? If they have that in place, it gives us some assurance that it can address some of the risks in their environment. Their HR, are they doing their investigations? The privacy section, are they in place? Compliance section, financial health. They are going to host our information. If something happens, we are going to make sure that they have the financial capability to take care of it. Now, the due diligence item that we need to request their financials, their privacy policy, SOC 2, Type 2 reports, any associated policy and procedure, or the list of critical vendors and those which may also access data. And we need to do this so that we can be able to have that confidence in the vendor that, hey, you're going to host our information and we feel secure that our information is going to be secure. Now, if our vendor directly interacts with our customers or our clients, then we need to make sure that there is a reputational analysis that is being done and our vendor has a good reputation. We need to also make sure that human resource, once again, is there. Privacy is there, compliance is there, risk management is actually also being prioritized in this organization. What due diligence item do we need? If you're going to target our customer, we want to make sure that, hey, your privacy policy is there because the information of our customer is very important to us. Are all associated policies and procedures there? Then do they have the applicable certifications or regulatory compliance certifications that we need? Okay, do they have GDPR? Are they in ISO, PCI, DSS, HIPAA regulations? And all this needs to be noted down and noted in the contract. Now, we also talked about unescorted physical access to the facility. If that is the risk that is involved, then we need to make sure that we have certain controls in place. Again, we are establishing SLAs with active monitoring that is going on in the environment. There's internal communication approvals by the appropriate authorities, privacy compliance always, and human resource once again. Now, when it comes to due diligence, we want to make sure that they have the list of employees who will be granted access, evidence of their background information or their background investigation screening completion. So some organizations will request that you need to submit this for them to validate it. Then the evidence of privacy and compliance screening completion and all associated policies and procedure needs to be in place. And the last one I want to talk about is if there's significant costs associated with a vendor. We also want to make sure that internal communication is going on, financial stability, then we have SLAs that have to do with active monitoring. When it comes to the due diligence, Their finances, their SOC 2 Type 2, their policies and procedures, and any regulatory compliance certification is also going to be asked for. I hope you have a better understanding of the vendor due diligence based on the inherent risks. What are the mitigation control areas that you need to be able to focus on and make sure your organization has? And what are the due diligence items that you want to be able to request from these vendors when you're having that conversation with them? See you in the next class.